So this is first morning with Doggo. I have been sleeping a lot and taking my sweet time, and apparently so has she.
So yeah, about here I decided that I was way too tired to actually show you guys this recording because I had just woken up, started the video because I wanted to capture it, but there was a lot of dark moments and I felt that it didn't really tell anything. So instead I decided to do this recording. When we got home, the first thing she did, she went straight for my old dog's bed, and she was asleep in there for the entirety of the night. My only worry when I got up was that she would have done anything indoors, because when we got home in the middle of the night, she hadn't peed from the point that we got her until we got home. And when I got home, I was actually out with her for about 40 minutes, and she didn't want to go. She just kept smelling, everything was interesting. So I decided, okay, I will just take this punishment and let her pee inside if she does. It's okay. But she didn't. So therefore, I really wanted to get up and get her out of her bed and go outside to get her to pee. Um, and overall, at the first impression, she just wanted to be in the bed. She would whine, which I will show you later, and just wanted to be petted and get close by. But she didn't want to move outside of that bed. And overall, she was really, really good with her leash. She kind of doesn't know how to walk in a leash, but she pulls a little, but it's only stretched. It's not actually pulling. And of course, she just kind of stops a little in her tracks, looks back and wonder who the heck are you and what are you doing behind me. She's really sweet but a bit unsure on her surroundings, keeps stopping and looking at the person holding the leash, and that is usually a sign of being a little bit unsure on the surrounding or the person holding the leash, and that is to be expected. I'm new, she's new to me, so that's not really a strange thing to do. She's really curious though and smells around a lot. She's food motivated, but although a little stressed, but that is to be expected from such a trip. During the trip, she actually got to taste a little of my tuna Subway sandwich, and I also found some candies in my candy bag that was chicken dried fillet candies, and she loved those, so that's really worked. But other candies she did not want. On the other hand, when we were on the boat, she calmed down a lot, slept a lot, but she also ate and drank a lot of food, so that's really good. Well, not a whole lot, but the kibbles I gave her. And as I said, she didn't pee at all indoors. I was so surprised by this. But also that she was a bit unsure on the door, so I actually had to carry her from outside the apartment to outdoors, and the same going in because she got really confused about going in. It was really scary, and especially the elevator, which is not to be surprised, but I didn't want to bug her with stairs because they are usually even more scary for dogs. And my stairs are the circular ones, the spiraling, and they are even worse to walking dogs in, I feel. So therefore I decided that I will teach her to use the elevator if I can, and we will train going in stairs that are more straight upward and not that spiraling. So yeah, let's go over and look at the clip I have of the dog instead.
There we go. Here's the princess. Hi. Hi. Oh. Oh, he's a squishy doggo. Oh. Tail wagging as crazy. Oh. He's a pretty doggo. Yeah. Yeah. Gonna. So this is essentially what she does. She's in the bed, demanding cuddles, whining a little. Oh, stretchy. Yeah, good girl. And then around she goes. Hi. little bit unsure. But you can expect that. And this bed is ridiculously big for her. But right now she's gonna get to keep it because it smells of other dogs, and I think that's a little bit of a calm thing for her. So she's gonna get to keep it for a while, and then I will probably switch for a smaller one or just let her keep it. And she has also dog toys that smell of dog, like this one over here is the last toy that my dog got. This one is like a candy dispenser thingy. You bounce it around and it drops candies. That one she got new, and it's like a lavender no stress toy. It also has a squeaky in there somewhere, but she hasn't found it. She hasn't really seen. But now she seems to like it a little. And then behind her is another, like over here, is a chew toy that also dispenses candy. So she has some enrichment for her in there, but she hasn't really shown much interest. And to be frank, I didn't expect her to either. I just laid them about there so she would have them if she wanted them. But so far she's mostly been sleeping, and that is expected too, because she's traveled so far and even further with us, so I kind of expected her to not be that interested in those, but I put them in there so she knows that she can. I'm gonna move her water bottle, I'm gonna move that chair, and then I'm gonna put her water and her dog food over there so she has close by to them, so she gets that she can eat, that she's allowed to or such, because currently I have them over here. I also put some kibbles in there for her so she knows that she has, but she hasn't really moved this far yet, so I'm gonna move them. It's the best place in this tiny apartment to keep it, so therefore I'm gonna get her those moved. Ooh, jeez. So yeah.
Where does the little go? Where does the little go? No? Är du fjantig?
So yeah, this is what she does, but I think I'm gonna take my sin puff and sit close to her and see what she does. Or I will move her to the sofa and watch a movie with her, just so she gets that. It's okay to be in the furniture, I don't mind. So yeah, that is how the travels are going so far. Hopefully it all will be peachy peach.
So yeah, at this point she decided to actually join me in the sofa, and we spent a couple of hours in there, in the sofa of course, watching some Supernatural, and she was just cuddling up to me and being really happy, and I was so excited that she actually started to move around the apartment a lot more.
Who's the couch potato? Who's the couch potato? Who's the couch potato? You're a couch potato. Yes, you are. Yeah. Hi, Ian. Hi. Puss, puss, puss. Yeah. There's a couch potato. Couch potato.
So this is Idun, as I decided to call her. I think this is our 4th walk. And if you're wondering about the 2 leashes, it's because since she's a stray dog, she might get out of either the harness or the collar, so it's an extra protection, so she doesn't run away. And this is a dog that has never been leashed walk really before, but she's doing really well. She doesn't really pull, it's more like she notices it takes stops and then just keeps the leashes stretched for the most part. And since she's so curious, I decided to take a little longer walk from over there. You see behind the houses there, that's my house. And I discovered she really likes cheese. So that's helpful. And she really enjoys people.
Nej. Sitt. Bra, sitt. Duktig tjej.
And I'm trying to learn her the command sit. And she's doing really good. I only had like 3 sessions so far. I'm not doing too much.
Oh, you're tangled in, sweetheart. Oh, there we go.
Mostly she's been asleep today, and I let her, and she finally pooped and peed. But I haven't really stressed going for walks with her because I felt that she needed the sleep, so I didn't want to push her. She's been eating, drinking a little, scarcely, but I'm not too concerned. I mean, I would have a jet lag too after the trip she's done. And she's really happy to be out. I wish I had better leashes because these are really uneven. As you can tell, she tangles in the fourth one because it's much longer than the later one. So once I get money, I will probably get into buying a proper one or 2 proper ones that are similar length, so it's easier. So yeah, this is our longest walk, I guess.
You're such a happy squirt. Yes, what? We're not going that way. No, not today. Not that long walk. No. You don't? You don't? Yeah.
And as you saw, she really likes to walk a different path to me, but usually I can just do the old trick of standing still and she will move along with me to the direction I want. The thing with poles and stuff isn't really clear yet.
You don't?
So I'm trying to teach her commands, like which way I want her to go. And she needs to learn the part about me getting stuck in her leashes. Come. I didn't see it. She's really curious about other people. Just drove a bike by and she was really interested in that. Wanna go onto that side of the grass? Yeah, sure. Well, yeah. She's a happy, caring dog. I will probably add a lot of pictures for you.
Good girl.
And there will be a lot of training. The reason I changed the name is I don't felt Pamela was an easy word to use. And I didn't get a much of reaction, so it doesn't really matter. If she had a stronger reaction to the name, I would keep it. But she doesn't seem to care that much.
Do you?
And I still have to carry her a little bit out and in. It's scary to walk into the house, especially because I think she likes being outside. She's used to it. So going indoors is a little bit scary. The elevator is scary as hell. But as soon as she's in it, she usually walks out pretty easily. And pretty carefree, to be honest.
Come. Dum, 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 dum. Good girl.
So we're gonna have a little bit of training now to make her go. I don't want you to go that side, honey. It's too close to the road. Come.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a bit of training to make her go inside. She had another dog earlier show her, but it was still scary. So we will do a little more training and see if we can make her go. She was like 3 steps away from going inside the door, but you know, when she's inside the corridor where my apartment is, she usually runs straight in
Either goes for the sofa or the bed, my old dog's bed. She really likes those. So she's been snuggling with me in the sofa watching Supernatural. What do you like best, Dean or Sam? Not telling, huh? So yeah, this is more or less the first day. I think nothing else has happened. She hasn't still done anything indoors. She's mostly been asleep. Really good girl. So now it's time to get this thing together. So apparently she goes a long way. We just got indoors after a walk, and apparently she's went a long way. She went. I had to. What's the word? I had to give her a piece of cheese by the door, and then she just walked in, gave her cheese when she got inside the door. That was too easy. And then that's her drinking. Then we went in. We went to the elevator, which is also scary. So far I had to actually bring her inside. But this time she just was a little hesitant, and then she got a cheese before going in, and then she just went in. And she got a cheese piece when she got in. I'm giving her fairly small pieces just to do not be too much for her stomach. But she's a little bit constipated, I think, because the poop was really hard. So I don't think that's a big issue. And being a street dog, I bet she's not lactose intolerant. We will notice. But if she really likes cheese, I don't mind. I'm going to try a piece of sausage later and see what she thinks of that. But so far, cheese is there. And going in the elevator, going out the elevator, no problem. Going indoors, no problem. Since I had a few pieces of cheese left, I thought, why not while I have her attention, and trained some sittings because she doesn't know anything. Basically, this dog is like a puppy. She doesn't know anything. She's really good though. I mean, she hasn't done anything indoors as far as I've seen. Maybe she did it on the mat by the door, but doesn't smell. I don't see anything, so I don't think she did. She doesn't mind me going to the bathroom and closing the door, just checking on her if she does, but no, she just either change place to sleep or she sleeps. So I thought, why not try and learn her sit? Because that's an easy commando and that is really useful to me. And to start the connection. And though that with the pieces I have left about 5 times. And I mean, it's a bit hard understanding what I want, I guess. So she jumped a little at me and like, give me the cheese. And I just kept it fairly between my fingers so she could nibble on it and get a little bit of taste for it, but not fully get the piece. So she knew there was still a piece in my hand. And doing that and forcing it back to the back of her head, making her lean back and actually sit down, she started to learn and didn't want to move from a sitting position to redo it. I think she's really clever. So we will see where this goes. I think it will go really nice. She's so loving and so caring. Hopefully I will do more shots of our training and how she's doing here in my little home. I'm actually living in just 1-room apartment as a student. I'm on my master's in archaeology and osteology, mainly archaeology to be fair. So that's what happening. This is the first day with my new dog, and I'm actually feeling really happy. It's starting to sink in that this is my dog, and it really helps that she has mainly sat on me the whole day. She's been really close, laying to my body and demanding my attention to her and kissing me and being really affectionate. And I've been poking her a little bit, just seeing where her limits are, and frankly there are not really many. She so shows that sometimes she doesn't like her belly rubbed, but which dog doesn't? But she lets me poke around her mouth. She lets me touch her feet. It's not popular, but it's like, it's not the dog that does this. It's more like, this is mine. Keep away. Okay. And she gives me the food anyway.
So she's really, really sweet and tender. And I bet there will be a lot of energy in the dog once she has actually, well, herself sunk into this situation and getting really homestead. It feels a bit like she's already at home since she's bedding and digging at my couch all she can, now and then. So I bet there's no huge trouble there, but it's still jet lag. I mean, she traveled a lot of miles in 48 hours. So therefore I'm not doing too much. We're mostly chilling and having a nice time. We mostly gone out when she's shown that she's a little more awake and a little more curious about her surrounding. So taking those opportunities to go out. And mainly I'm just giving her some, like a fistful of kibbles. Not her proper weight, what she should be eating, but I'm not gonna force a dog to eat. I've given her a fist of fibbles, and she hasn't eaten them all yet. So today it's about 2 fists of kibble. And not much, so that's why I feel it's okay to get her some cheese and try some of my food I eat, as long as it's nothing dangerous to her. Because begging she's already doing, so I don't need to worry about that. I just need to teach her that some food is mine, and when I say no is no. Limits. But when I actually sat down to eat a meal, she actually moved out of the way and sat on the floor instead, which really surprised me because I thought she would be left by my side and just begging me for a taste, but she didn't. She went down on the floor instead and lay on the mat. So I don't know. It's maybe it's just a click between us two. Who knows? We will learn when she calms down and kind of rubbed her butt all over the place, like getting really into this. So yeah, this is the first day with a rescued dog from Remain.